Hello, my name's Jalise. Welcome to the JJ Movie TV Show Games, everybody. And I'm going to give you my originals Season 4, Episode 6, Bag of Cobras review. And what can I say about this episode's originals? Klaus and Elijah are trying to figure out who are the Hollow's followers. They're trying to figure out who the High Priestess is, who's working for the Hollow. They're basically figuring out who their enemies are and try to eliminate them. During this entire episode, I don't want to say this is a very skippable episode, but what's really important about this entire episode, that we get to see that the Hollow wants one thing only: it's to be reborn and wants to be alive again. So in order for it to be alive, it needs great sacrifice, whether it's children, Marcel Gerard, Klaus, anything that's ancient and powerful, it wants so it could be reborn. Also, it's looking up for its old bones. The Hollow has recruited his followers to recover his bones, or bones, and to be reborn. And we find out that the Papatuni's blade is actually one of the bones of the Hollow. Of the creature of the Hollow, whatever it is. So that's very interesting, and that was very awesome. We really get to see Elijah and Klaus really have different opinions on how to save this family. Elijah doesn't want Klaus to get his hands dirty, doesn't want Hope to see her father, for the monster side of her father. So Elijah said, let me be the guy that's going to deal with all the dirty baggers. Let me be the one that this family sees as the evil one. You don't no longer have to be the face of this family to be evil. Elijah says, I'll take care of it. I'll be the one. And the High Priestess, who is Dominic, wants to have a conversation with Elijah, and he makes him a deal, or offers him a deal. Give us Vincent, because this is personal, because he turned his back against the Hollow. He needs to die. And also they want Marcel Gerard. If they do that, the original family will be spared, but if not, they will come after them. Elijah proceeds by taking the guy's heart out and killing him, which I was not so happy about, because we need a face of a villain for this season. But thankfully they bring back Dominic back. He's resurrected by the Hollow's followers, and they resurrect him along with Pampatuni's blade. We also get to a backstory why Haley's parents were killed, not just the fact that Jackson's grandfather decided to kill Haley's family. No, he was working for the Hollow, and Haley's family had a piece of the Hollow's bones, so one of the 4 pieces, and apparently that's what Haley's family was sacrificed for, because they had a piece of the Hollow's bones in order for him not to come back alive. So that's why they were killed for. We get to see Haley have a little backstory. She has a picture of her family now. So it's very good. We get a lot of interaction between Freya, and we start to see the romance of Freya and Keelan, the werewolf girl. You start to see it slowly start to progress, and I'm really liking their relationship. I really do. I really like this relationship. You can tell there's an attraction towards each other, and I really like them together so far, even though they haven't got together. Also, I like this conversation that Freya had with Vincent, that Freya apologized for Vincent for killing Davina. And Vincent doesn't see her as a good person. He sees her just as bad as the rest of her siblings, and they both went back and forth with each other like you would do anything for your family, and so every single thing we've done to command sacrifice, or sacrifice must be made. And I just really like how Freya and Vincent have. I kind of wanted them together at the beginning, but those 2 are the most powerful witches right now on the original shows, and I like them in the Vampire Diaries. If we're gonna connect them, Vincent's my favorite witch guy character so far. But both of them interacting with each other about their different points of view of what's right and what's wrong, and how they both conflict into one another, or are both conflicted. I say it was a pretty good, solid conversation, and I really do enjoy those 2 characters together when they have opportunities to talk to one another. Another thing we get is really just Klaus taunting Marcel in that little circle in that little dungeon Marcel put Klaus in. Klaus is gloating in front of him, and Marcel is just really there just to be locked in that part of the dungeon right there. Sophia, the vampire huntress girl, we get a little bit backstory. She gives Klaus all the thorns that could kill him in exchange for Marcel Gerard's release, which Klaus doesn't do, but he takes away the vines and everything else that could kill the originals. So just really a lot with Sophia and her backstory with Klaus. That Klaus killed her family like 500 years ago at her sister's wedding. So she has a personal beef with Klaus. She hates him. And I was gonna say they have like some sexual chemistry with each other, but I could say that's safely gone out the window because Sophia does. Sophia just fucking hates Klaus, and I love it. I also like the fact that Klaus tried to apologize in his own personal way to her, but you can tell Sophia cares about Marcel and she's willing to betray the Hollow for protecting Marcel. But we don't really know what's her true endgame right here. We know not her backstory, why she wants Klaus dead. We know why she wants to like rescue Marcel. And even though Marcel wasn't free, we get this kind of pointless thing with Joshua, Josh, who's basically looking for Marcel with Sophia's help, even though we know where he's at. And basically, they figure out where he is, and he's probably cloaked from them. Not a big interesting thing right there, but really the best thing about this entire episode was how Elijah said to Klaus, like, I will be the face of fear, and all that stuff, while Klaus in this episode grants mercy to members of the Hollow, while Elijah extends no mercy to them. So it's just kind of like interesting how both Elijah and Klaus are both different in many ways right now from what they're used to be. So overall, I'm actually looking forward to if the Hollow's ever going to be truly resurrected, which characters will be sacrificed for the Hollow to be alive. So it's going to be very, very interesting overall. But for original season 4, episode 6, Bag of Cobras, this was all about trying to figure out who are the Hollowers, for our characters to find out who are the Hollow followers, and to eliminate them and see what they want. And we knew what they want. They want a power, they want to resurrect the Hollow. The only thing we figured out about this entire episode that we didn't know before was that the Hollow is looking for his bones. The Hollow is looking for his bones so he can be resurrected. We now know that Haley has one. The High Priestess Dominic now has Papatuni's blade, which is which is part of the Hollow's body. So they need like 2 or 3 more of the Hollow's bones. So that's what's probably going to lead forward. They're going to continue searching for the bones and try to make sacrifices for the Hollow. But overall, original season 4, episode 6, Bag of Cobras. To me, it was a solid episode. But to me, I didn't really care for it all that much. But overall, the Bag of Cobras was an entertaining episode. Again, we didn't see no Holt Michelson, which will change later, because I'm actually looking forward to the next episode. The next episode is going to have Hope talking with Marcel, so I'm going to like to see the different family dynamic. But overall, this was the next stepping stone to this original season. And I gotta say, the fact that the originals only has 13 episodes on this entire season, it really brings downhill the story a bit, because we knew what it's going to be at the beginning. We knew that Klaus is going to get freed from Marcel. We knew there was going to be them struggling to figure out what they want to do. So the first 3 episodes were kind of predictable. And the next 3 episodes all about the Hollow just hunting down Hope and figure out what it wants and all that stuff. But overall, original season 4, episode 6, Bag of Cobras. Pretty solid episode, but I'm more looking forward to the next future episodes. And hopefully this season will have a great season finale. The originals needs to be renewed for season 5. It needs to be 22 episodes for season 5, because it needs to have a built ending. It needs to have an ending where, like, say, if the show was canceled, and that's the perfect ending for the originals. So, to me, the perfect ending for the originals, if we had to cancel one season, I say original season 3, the final episode, was enough for a series finale, because it left everything a question mark, but it would have been a great series finale. But I'm happy that we get more original episodes, but I do not want original season 4 to end on a cliffhanger, which more than likely will. And the next thing you know, it's canceled. I don't want that. It needs to be confirmed season 5, then we could have a great season of the originals. Hopefully season 4 is going to pick up its game a lot more. Hopefully it won't be all too predictable in some cases, but overall original season 4 is stark, it's great acting, and overall it's a pretty solid season so far. But again, the fact that there's only 13 episodes kind of brings this original season down on my list for all the seasons. But overall, solid episodes. Wish we could see more Hope. But that's my personal opinion about the originals as a whole for season 4. Original season 4, episode 6, Bag of Cobras. Solid episode of the originals. Cannot wait to see the future episodes. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. Subscribe if you like. Discream down the bottom. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. Let me know what y'all think, everybody. I'm Lee signing off for you, everybody. Bye bye.